Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Yalani. Hello, others.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Saranya.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nikita. And good evening, Kanchana as well.
Good evening, sir.
Brilliant. Okay, and Rashmi, a few of the names are not here, so just have a check with them. Okay, brilliant. Right. So today it's going to be an interesting evening, I'm sure. And tell me why. Because we are going to do a free speech, right? There was a topic which was given to you yesterday, and I'm sure all of you are pretty skilled. That's what I feel like, right? So I'm very excited and very interested and eager as well to see what you are going to do now, right? So this is one task we will do to start with now. So hopefully a few of the other participants will also join us. Okay, great. So whom shall I start with? I would start with Yalini then.
Good evening, sir.
Good
And
evening.
the topic is about before the pandemic and post-pandemic.
Absolutely.
So here I'll make with the 3 points clearly. It's about prevention is always better than cure. So for this, I would say like some people have like if we take the small merchants during the pandemic, they couldn't do their business. Like they have stopped with everything, and they felt like they lost it. Even that they saved some money for their future, right? So with this money, they just started with the alternative business, and they made a life to move on. So also in the health note, some people will be like health conscious, like they will always be preventive measures, they will always be taken. uh, when we when we hear the news about the corona, people started using the mask, and they started using with the hand sanitizers, and they were ready to face it. So also with their health note, they were prepared with their health. So it is always prevention is better than cure. And then people also during the pandemic, they sit and then they make a time for their own. Like they before the pandemic and all, people used to run behind their education or run behind their working life. But during the pandemic, they sat and they just think about their personal life and then working balance. So people also thought about the personal space, and they spend some quality time with their family, and then for their own to upgrade their own skills too. So that is like they they understood what the personal life is and what the working balance life is. So they learn to balance each other. And then like people who lost their job, or people who who faced their loss in their business, they sat and with their positive attitude, they find an alternative business, and they find what their skills are, and they find the alternative job. Also in the note of corona, everyone has a positive attitude that they will get the vaccine at somehow, and they are going to survive in the future too. So they had a positive attitude. That positive attitude make them stronger, and mentally they it made it positive. So I would always say stay healthy and stay positive. Staying healthy is good for the physical, and staying positive is good for our mental health. And I would like to end up this topic with this note.
Fabulous. right, as expected, because this is 201. I expected participants to, what do you call, be expressive and also, when given an opportunity, able to extend and speak nicely for some duration. So you did it very well, and all your thoughts, everything was put in there. It was fabulous effort. I'm not surprised at all, Yalini, and
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Right, great. So I go on to go to Nikita now.
Okay. So life before pandemic was a normal life. Life during pandemic was like a life in a cage. And life after pandemic, that is now, we are slowly recovering. So it is a recovery phase. Normal life was like everyone were busy in their own business or work, or we used to go to college. Uh, Suddenly, no one imagined that this coronavirus will come, and it was a sudden pandemic for everyone. Everything was stopped. We all were, like, as I said, life in a cage. That situation had come. Still, hospitals were open, and they were working for the better, like to for our safety. Uh, Through mobile phones, when we used to call anyone, always that speech used to come for our safety. Uh, and Life during pandemic, I would say that we learned many things. Like for example, we got that family time. Then environmental pollution was reduced, and uh, junk food was avoided. Home food, we used to eat a lot home food, and that one trend was there during pandemic. Dalgona coffee and homemade cakes. Everyone used to try that. So everyone used to take care of their health. Yeah, they started wearing. They used hand sanitizers. And now after pandemic, again slowly it is recovering. Slowly the business is developing. I hope still there is a fear of coronavirus. Still in some places, just today I saw in news that Thane or somewhere again there is a lockdown. So I would just hope for the best and hope for the recovery. Thank you.
Hey, brilliant, Nikita, fabulous, huh? And a pretty good one. I made some points, so I'll tell at the end. But you covered a lot of stuff which I would highlight in the end. So let's go to the other participant. But you have done a fabulous job,
Thank
right?
you, sir.
Since I'm going to come back to you and say something, so I will reserve it for the last. So I'll go to the other participants now. So Hafsa and Hafifa, nice to have you both. And we are doing that free speech which we discussed yesterday. So I'm sure you are aware of the topic, life before and after pandemic, right? So that is precisely what it is. So I will come to you both. Hopefully you both are able to hear me. Just give me a nod if you are able to hear me. Hafsa.
It's hey, I was
Yes, sir.
not knowing about the topic. Sir.
I'm sorry.
I was not knowing about the topic. So you said no life before and after pandemic. Maybe
Okay.
because of network issue, I didn't hear properly.
Okay, fine. So you have some time now. I'm going to go to another three participants, including Hafifa, right? And Saranya, Kanchana, and Hafifa. So you have three more participants. So just think what's your thought? What are you going to say? This is a very general and common topic. I'm sure you will be able to come up with something. Okay, so you.
Okay, sir.
Brilliant. Great. So Saranya.
Yes, my life before pandemic and after was not there was not much there was no more change in my life, but there are few that is I became a bit lazy. Like before lockdown, I used to wake up early at 5 o'clock and reach office at 7 a.m. But now I wake up at 7 a.m. So then before lockdown, I had no time to play. Like we were tired after coming from office and all. But now we have a lot of time and we go to play and we have much time with us to spend. Like and also before I used to spend a lot of time by hanging out with my friends, and we every week we used to have lunch outside and we spend a lot. Now we save money like that, and yeah, we just minimized our expense, like traveling expense, and we don't buy new clothes now, and food, etc. Is all these expenses are really minimized, and yeah, so we have much time now, like to be productive, or if we have to learn something, we can. It is possible now, and if we were in office, we would not have this interactive session too. So I personally enjoyed this period, lockdown period.
That's it. Okay. Brilliant, Sharanya. And one good thing is that apart from all of us, you enjoyed your speech a lot because you were having a hearty time when you were saying the speech. A lot of expression and all giggling and all. That's a very good thing, right? Nice to see all these things. Very good, Sharanya. Very, what do you call? What happened in your life? That's something which you just brought it out. So that is something pretty great. Yes, you're right. People have started saving more because going out and all those things were completely reduced. Eating food outside was completely reduced. So all valid points. And so what do you play? You said you also play. What do you play actually?
Badminton.
Okay, so where do you play badminton? Outside your house or on the ground or somewhere?
Yeah. Yes, here outside the house. Like we live in flat, so down we have space to play there.
Okay. Okay. So you have a proper court where you play.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. That's a very good exercise as well. So that is something. Yeah, before the lockdown, people used to commute a lot, right? So they used to commute. Even I myself used to commute a lot. So a lot of time used to go into commuting, right? So that has completely stopped. So you wake up and the moment you're ready, you are there in your office, right? So that is the big advantage there in the lockdown. So let's see how it, where it takes, how it takes. And great, Sharanya, fabulous, pretty nice, good to hear. So I go upon to Kanchana now, and Kanchana has this habit of giving us. So she will have some surprises for us as well. So all eager to know. Yes, what is that you've got?
No, sir. In my life also, there is nothing much difference before and after Corona.
Okay.
Being a housewife, I used to do all household stuff before and after also. One thing has changed, that going outside at weekends and family functions. As we are living in Mangalore, my native is Udupi. There is no permission to go from Mangalore to Udupi. So I missed many functions, family gatherings in March and April lockdown. But one good thing happened to me that I got job in Desi Crew because of work from home opportunity. Before also I tried, but there is no opportunity like work from home. Corona has taught us the importance of hygiene and family time and savings. That's it, sir.
Brilliant, short, and yeah, to the point. Okay, great. Absolutely. Corona has taught us, COVID-19 has taught us a lot of things. As you said, hygiene as well. Wonder how many times we washed our hand, right? So that is something. Keep washing, and all. Initially, it was very, very difficult, and after that as well, people bought sanitizers and keep washing. And so this is slightly going off, as Nikita said that she read something in the paper today. Yes, the scare is there a little bit still, but so yeah, great. So fabulous. Kanchana, how's there in Mangalore and all? Uh, Everybody is going out freely. How is that? Restrictive?
No, sir, it's common now, but we should wear mask.
Yeah, but not many masks. I see in Chennai, not very many wear mask. People are roaming as free they were. Even during Corona, actually, it was like busy market and all. People used to go and buy everything, so that was there. I'm sure in Bangalore as well, it might be the same thing as well. So, Kanya, have you seen the same thing in Bangalore as well? I'm not too sure whether she heard it. Nikita, where are you from? Where do you stay actually?
Malpe, sir.
Malpi.
Udupi.
Udupi. So how's the things in Udupi? The same? The scale
Yeah.
of
No, at the starting time, everyone used to wear mask, but now they are roaming freely without any fear.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, thanks, Nikita. So I'll go on to Hafifa. So Hafifa, we would like to hear from you what you've got.
Yeah. So when compared to before pandemic life, there are a lot of things that has got changed after pandemic. My life is very easy. So my life is all about student life. Before Corona, we had so many time to roam, had fun, like college kind of life. After pandemic, when college got started, we don't even have time to study and all. So it is really very sad to hear that. I feel pity for that actually.
Okay.
And yeah, during Corona, during pandemic time, roads were very heavy. Like it was very and all. During the pandemic, it was empty. I was feeling very happy to ride on that road. Like it is my, and I'm riding on that road. It's very fun.
Absolutely. So rightly said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then nothing much changed. And pandemic, I was being very lazy. I used to do not do much for things. Then after pandemic.
Hafifa, I think we lost you. Oh, well, I think she has internet connectivity issue, right? So it was nice hearing us. Let's see. Hopefully, she will be back with us. So, Hafsa, share what you can share.
Hello?
Yes, your turn now.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Before pandemic, I was on time to the class. I used to get up early, and I was adopted my life from home to college and from college to home. Nothing other than that. I was never had a thought that what will be my life if there is no class, nothing. But because of pandemic, it changed. Like I used to get up late. I was lazy. and I used to chat more with the friends. And that too, I got bored because of that also. So I started reading novels and I learned some dishes. Uh, and I got addicted to that now during pandemic. Due to corona, I lost interest in the study also. I became too lazy to read my notes. Then, after long duration, nearly 9 months, they suddenly started the college, and we are pushed back again for study. After taking that much big risk, that is 9 month rest, suddenly we became too busy in our study. That's also.
Brilliant. Uh, Hafsa, I think you also enjoyed what you said. And see, you were not aware of
Yes.
the topic, and I said just prepare, and you're prepared. So had you had a little bit more time, you could have prepared even much better. I think you have done really well, and very good, Hafsa. It's nice to see you both, Hafifa and Hafsa, and I can see that you have internet connectivity. But it's glad that you are connecting with us and stay connected. And brilliant, very good. I'm very impressed, Hafsa. Fantastic. Okay, and
Thank you, sir.
very good. Hafifa, I think we lost you. I think you came back and you said something. So
Yes,
just
sir,
finish.
I'm back.
Absolutely, you're back. Yes. So you want to continue where you left?
No, that much only. I would like to end up my talk for
Brilliant.
uh, yeah, for this.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Afika, see, brilliant, right? Yesterday you were saying something in terms of the confidence and all. Look at the confidence, the way you're talking, your tone, your voice, everything is all beaming confidence. So I'm so happy, right? And brilliant.
Thank
Both
you,
of you
sir.
did a very good job. Fabulous. I think this was great. And so my job became easier. I was just hearing your thoughts and all. So that was something so nice to do for someone, a trainer. Great. So one thing I could make common from everything is that Corona has successfully made everybody lazy. So that is something, a point which came from everywhere, right? So whether it is Sharanya, Hafsa, and everyone. So yes, so that is something which was a Hafifa. I don't know whether she said that. So that one point came in. Right. So brilliant. All of you did well. There is no two ways about that. And some were talking about the pandemic itself. Some they connected that pandemic with their life. So that is how it was, the routine and all. Right. So I'll just make one special mention of course, Nikita. So Nikita, the way you started, so that is the kind of a skill. Can you just repeat what you said in the beginning, the 3 lines?
Yes, sir. Life before pandemic was a normal life. Life during the pandemic was like a life in a cage. And life after pandemic, that is a recovery phase.
Brilliant. So great. So we learn from each other. Today we are learning from Nikita. Tomorrow it could be Sharanya, Kanchana, Yalani, Hafifa, and we are actually Hafsa as well, because we are learning from each other. So few nuances I can say, or few finer points if I want to share with you. Start your when you start a free speech. No, I expect more from this particular batch, because you all very talented, right? And I'm sure by when we finish, no, you will be in some other stage. So that is what I want to see from. So I'm slightly upskilling my bar in terms of the expectation. So when you start, no, start something like this, what she said, or so what immediately grabs the attention of everyone towards because everybody is going to talk the same particular topic. So you're slightly bit different, right? In terms like you're adding few things, so which makes your opening very interesting. So that is something, right? So it could be also there, like what could be also done is like, for example, I'm saying, I don't expect this thing, right? But for example, I'm saying, had you told before March 2020 that you are going to wear a mask, you are going to wash your hands every odd seconds, You will not be able to go out of your house. You will not be able to, you will be in complete lockdown. The entire country will be under lockdown, right? All you can do is that go to your terrace and see outside. Do you believe? And this is something which happened. That is what pandemic happened. So what are you doing? Creating a kind of a suspense. You're creating a kind of an aura around your speech. So that will immediately bring in all the attention towards you, right, to the speaker. So these are just the tip. I'm not expecting that, but I'm sharing these tips with you. So when you make these things next time, what will happen is that you can keep these finer points in your mind. And so there are several tips like this we will keep sharing. Okay, brilliant. So this exercise has gone very well. I'm so pleased, right? And so this is, I'm mighty impressed with all of you. Fantastic. So we all can pat our back. So let's go on to what we have got now. So I'll be sharing some slides with you. So just bear with me before I share my screen with you all. So we completed this particular slide yesterday, right? So what we said is that mistakes plus correction is into learning. This is where we left yesterday, right? This we did yesterday, isn't it? Someone? Okay, did we do this slide yesterday? Anyone can answer about this?
Yes, sir. We are done with this.
Okay, brilliant, Yalani. Thank you very much. Right, so we will go one slide ahead. Now, what it talks about is that how to learn from mistakes. So this is very, very important. See, because when we are talking, even our skills would be slightly much better in terms like we understand easily, we are able to frame our sentences, we are able to talk for some time, we are able to use the vocabulary and all, but there might be few errors which we may be making, right? So now how do you rectify that error? So what we could do is that one thing is that I will be helping you with that if there is any sort of pattern, right, in terms of the mistakes and all, and post that. So that is something which you can work on. And so once I tell there is a kind of a pattern, because you can understand there could be a kind of a pattern because the person doesn't understand this is something an error, so that could happen. So I will be helping you with that. And right, so once you know that this is a kind of a mistake, so what you can do is that you can become a little bit of conscious, right? It may not stop immediately, but we could avoid the repetitive mistake, maybe repeating the same mistakes, right? So this is again another technique which is very, very important. So this will make our things better. It will keep looking, it will make our language skills better, and so it will polish our skills, and so the outcome will look even better. So that is precisely what this thing is about. Okay, now another one is that always see, like you were all awesome today, right? So you were definitely all awesome. So also what it says is that give yourself a pat on the back for every tiny improvement, right? I'm not too sure how many of you have spoken this long in English. For say, for example, we started on Tuesday, so 4 and today is 6. Today is the 6th hour. So do you think for 6 hours you've been in a kind of an English environment? Maybe when do you imagine you were in a 6th hour of English environment last? Anyone? Right, Sharanya is saying, Nikita is already nodding her head. I believe Kanchana Kanchana, I don't know whether she's nodding or right. So yeah, so we probably were not in this kind of an environment, and so what is that it will do when you are in this zone? We are talking about this zone. You are in this zone now, so only it can get better, and you all are better. Actually, you can definitely reach a very next level. Maybe after 4-5 years, if I meet you again, no, I will not know whether you are the same person. So you could become like that as well. You already right. So this is what it is. So what it says is that this is a great improvement. So see, with these kind of effort, no, uh, you've been awesome so far. You today's session as well. So every tiny improvement, every tiny improvement which you are doing from your end, no, you can always pat your back. So that is something gives you confidence, and I'm sure this session is already giving you a lot of confidence. We already saw how Hafifa came up and said, right, and Hafifa should be feeling much better, and the way she said yesterday itself, I knew she felt much better, and by the end of the session she will get even better, right? So this is what it is. So improvement will happen, and also be kind to yourself as well. Appreciate yourself, appreciate your effort, appreciate your skill, and right. So that is something which we should do, and that keeps motivating us. So well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. So that's precisely what it says. Okay. Now this is another very important thing, right? So which it says that believe in yourself, and when you believe in yourself, magic happens. So do the participants agree with me? Do you believe? Yeah, Nikita is saying yes. Yes, that's precisely it is. So because you start believing, no, things happens, right? So once you have that belief in you, right, that this is something which is not that what do you call extraordinary. This is something which you already have the skills, and only thing is that you got to put a little bit of practice being in that zone, and like we are here for 1 hour, and after this what happens, right? So you have to find a way where you will be in that zone in terms of the English zone. It could be listening could be right, seeing something or watching something or listening to some music, or maybe Nikita was saying that she reads paper, right? Somewhere down the line where you are in touch with this particular language on a regular basis, right? So that is something great. So that will really help you, right? So that will keep boosting your belief. One thing is that you believe, yes, it is possible for that matter, anything in life, right? So if you have belief in yourself, no, half of the battle is won. So that is as simple as that. And apart from that, when you start believing, magic happens, right? So things happen. So that is precisely what it is. Okay. Now, okay. So this is something I'll throw up to you people. So I expect, let's see if you can come up with this one. What are the 4 facets of any language? So what do you think, what are the 4 facets of English? Anyone? She's in deep thoughts. She's thinking, what are the 4 facets of any language? So this could be for Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, or Malayalam, any language. What are the 4 facets of any language? Anyone? Kanchana, do you have any clue?
No, sir.
Okay. Do I choose? Yalini?
Excuse me.
Hafifa, I'll just come to you in a second. Yalini?
Is it that speaking, reading, writing, and learning?
Speaking?
Speaking, reading, writing, and learning. Might be.
Learning may not come. You got other 3 right, and I think Hafifa has got something else well for us. So Hafifa, yes.
Sir, may I know the meaning of word facet? Actually, I don't know.
Okay, brilliant. Good question. So I'll just come to that. Okay, but thank you very much for asking. Okay, Yalini, I come back to you again. You want to try the other one? Very simple. You've got the three. Or help someone, Yalini. Okay, right. No issues. Well done, Yalini. Fabulous. You got the three, and it's only that it's a simple thing. You're not able to find out which is the fourth one, so that is pretty okay. See, facet. Has Hafifa has asked, what is facet? Facet are the sides or part, right? So, what are the four parts or four sides of this particular language? That is what it is, facet, right? So, how can we divide the language into these facets? How many facets are there? So, this is not only for English, this is for any language. There are four facets only, right? So, even for Hindi, there are only four facets. So, first thing is that listening. Remember the baby. Baby only first starts listening, not speaking. So first thing is you're listening. And then comes your speaking. Because somewhere down the line, what has been downloaded is the processing is happening and it's coming in the form of words. Maybe broken words, yes, it is coming. For a baby I'm talking about, right? So this is the two. A second one. So another one is like reading. Right, reading is another one, and the last part is the writing part. So these are the four things. So are you able to understand what's being said? That's the listening. Are you able to speak? That is like you're able to converse in the language. Then are you able to write? So that is literate. Any literate is something like who can write and read. Maybe, for example, I may know Kannada, for example, I may know Kannada, but I don't know to read and write. So I'm not literate. You can't call anybody who can read and write. No, that is only called literate, right? So, but I know the language. I can speak. I can understand. So that is there. So this completes the circle. These are the four facets of any particular language. Leave English. This is for any language, right? So what is that? Just give me 1 second. So this is precisely what this girl is talking about, facet, right? So the four facet of any particular language is, this is precisely what it is. So the first thing is listening, because unless and until we listen, so this is where it becomes very, very important for any language learner, like to listen a lot. Listen a lot. So somewhere down the line, we have to come from the comfort zone. If we are happy in listening in our language, which is we like, right? Then somewhere down the line, we are not breaking the comfort zone. Even if you like entertainment, see, this learning is very entertaining. Could be very entertaining as well. You can watch some nice comical serials or maybe nice movie or something which you like. So that is done in that particular language. So listening is something a very, very important first thing, and which is very easy because we all have the benefit of internet, and then we all have something known as smartphone or maybe smart TV or whatever it is. So we will be able to watch what we want to watch, right? So this is one for a little bit of time, right? Could be even half an hour to start with, right? So if we can do this thing, no, so that will do a world of good for all of us, right? So that will open up a vocabulary, that will open up the style of the speaker. Then we will start imitating them, or we might be using the words they used. It will also explore our mind to know more. Like if I ask what is facet, likewise there will be a lot of words which will be used. You might be thinking, what is this word, right? So this is an important thing, which is the listening, right? So that is so important. Then comes the speaking. So somewhere down the line you're listening, but after that you have to what do you call, show that skill, that you've got this skill in terms of only speaking. No matter how much you can listen, understand everything, how do you exhibit that skill? Only by speaking, right? So that's precisely what we are doing in the class. And as I said, this is the 6th hour, and we are doing this exercise for past 5 days, and today being the 6th day. So we are getting into the speaking mode, and I'm making you talk more as well, right? So this is something which we are doing now. So, but after this particular thing is over, the training, so somewhere down the line, you have to take this practice outside as well. Find a routine, how you're going to do that. Reading, a great habit, fantastic habit, reading. I believe, I think Hafsa said, I think she reads novels. And then Nikita said she reads newspaper. So anybody else who has some reading habits here? Anyone on a regular basis, or maybe whenever you get time? Okay. See, newspaper is a fabulous. Kanchana, did you raise your hand?
No, sir. Before Corona, I used to read newspaper daily.
Now you're working.
No, not, sir.
Because you're working. Before Corona, you were not working, right? So now your time is divided between work and household things, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Right. So it can get tough. Yes, it can get tough. And so I understand, but if you can find some time, just go through the paper. Paper reading is a fabulous thing. No matter how many news channels and everything are there, right? Because when you open the paper, what happens is that you've got that 20 or 25 sheet where everything is there, right? From the national thing. Great opportunity. And also your vocabulary will also increase. The style, how the writer is written, that is also something you will get through. And also it is entertaining as well, because you know around, because people want to know around what is happening around them, around the city, around the country, around the world, right? So this gives a fabulous opportunity for everyone to be in touch with this thing, right? So sometimes you may not find time. Yes, sometimes I don't find time as well, because I love going through the paper. And yeah, that's unfortunate. Yes, we are all having our task, work and all. But other than that, if you can find some time and do it on a regular basis, that is a great learning thing, right? So that will help your reading. Okay. And another one, last but not the least, the writing part. Right. So the writing part is something which we will be doing task here. You might be using it for your work, maybe sending some emails and those kind of things as well. And but wherever you get time, because writing is something, no, everybody's writing has got affected, including mine, right? Because a good old time we used to write, we used to remember a lot of the spellings, like the calculator. Once the calculator has come, no, even the kids sometimes, no, everything is calculator, right? Mobile, you take the calculator, someone even will be putting 2 into 2 is 4, right? Those kind, our mind has become very, very obsolete, right? You know what is obsolete? Not being put into use, obsolete, right? So I'll you can take this word. This is a great word. I'll share the word. I'll type it here for you, right? Obsolete. Okay. So what is obsolete? Is that which is not being used. This machine has got obsolete. So we are not using that machine. Yeah. So this particular thing is got obsolete. right? We are not using, right? So that is what obsolete is. So this is precisely no longer used, right? Because something better has been invented, or it's no longer, it's become old, right? So that is precisely what it is. So sometime writing I was talking about, sometime because if you type in Word or if you're typing an email, autocorrect is there. Spelling is something we are not even bothered to write, sometime write spelling, because we know that the system will correct. So this affects, all these things affects your writing, including mine as well. Sometime you're thinking even the small kind of a thing, no, you are struggling. So yeah, so the best thing is that not to use and write the type correct spelling. So otherwise, no, if you're not, something is not been put into practice quite often, including your memory power, then things happen is that you might forget. So that is something which happens, right? So this is very important. Apart from writing email or writing things at office and all, somewhere down the line, if you can practice little bit, think something and you write, right? I'm sure if you can find this time, because if you can find this time, great, right? So that is another task which we can do on a regular basis. Brilliant. So what I would do is that I will, as far as the slides are concerned, I'll stop with the slides today. So that would do for us today. So then it becomes because it shouldn't be monotonous, right? So do you know what is monotonous? Okay, monotonous is that doing the same thing again and again every day, right? So how long you've been working in this office? For past 35 years, right? So don't you think your job is very monotonous because you're doing the same thing, right? For example, let me give you, this is another word which I'm giving you. I'm typing it here, monotonous. So please make a note of that. So what is monotonous? Monotonous is that the same routine which has been followed every day, day after day, month after month, week after week, year after year, right? So that is what monotonous is. Never changing, therefore pretty boring, right? So that is what it is, monotonous. So so the thing is that I completely forgot, because or else it will become monotonous, because all slide and then it's all boring. If you see in the class, we are doing a kind of activity from your end and few slides, few techniques which we are talking about, and then we go back to you again to do something. Great. So I believe we also have some word where you've been asked to make some sentences. So that's, I think, pending which we have to do the task, correct? Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is even moving. Okay, Sharanya, do we have any words which was given as an assignment which we have to make sentences?
No, sir. Yesterday you didn't give any words.
I'm sorry?
Yesterday you didn't give any words.
But day before yesterday I gave, I don't think so we did it yesterday, correct?
We did it yesterday.
Sorry?
We did it yesterday. That was
Vicinity, paramount, and bottleneck.
Okay, we completed all these things? Okay, fine. So great. So we don't have any words which we can do for today. Right. So also what we can do for tomorrow. Let's think something what we can do for tomorrow. Right. So let's start tomorrow with a nice joke. Everybody will bring a joke, right? Something in English. Of course, you can go through the net and think about a joke which will make everybody laugh. So that will be the starting task for everybody, right? So let's see what joke we can bring. Rather than making it very short, no, keep it slightly kind of a story, kind of a joke as well, rather than one word joke and all those things. So we will start with that particular activity, right? So that we can do. So I've given 2 sentences now. So 2 rather words. So you can make meaning of that, obsolete and monotonous. And I'll just, before we close, I'll give you another sentence, word as well, for which you can make a sentence. Right. So, so what shall we do at this point of time now? And so we have another probably 10 minutes because some of the participants are not there. So it's become very, very short today. Right. Or else there would have been more free speech and stuff like that. So what do you want for your next assignment as a free speech? What do you want to do? What's the topic which we will do? This will be for tomorrow. Something interesting? Okay. Okay, we will do something very relevant to us. What are the 5 things which any learner can do to learn English? What are the 5 things? 5 things? Or what are the most important 5 things? Right? Any learner can do to learn English, which is very relevant also to us. What are the 5 things any learner can do to learn English? And let me add something. What's your plan to learn this language? What are your plans to learn? This is like we are suggesting these are the 5 things can be done. But what's your strategy? What's your plan? What's your idea? How you're going to put this idea into what do you call action, and how this action plan is going to take into a kind of an thing, right? So that is something which we can do. I think Hafsa is not there. Hafifa is there. Hopefully Hafifa would have noted it down. Okay. Great. Okay, let me figure it out. I can give you another word which we can use for our meaning tomorrow, right? To make a sentence. Okay, do you know what is comprehensive? Anybody? Comprehensive?
Is it a passage?
That is comprehension.
Okay.
Okay. Comprehensive. Right. Comprehensive is complete. Comprehensive is complete, total. Right. So that is what it is, comprehensive. So I'll probably read the meaning of this particular word. So we have our 3 words now. So comprehensive, complete. That's right, including everything, nearly everything that is connected with a particular subject, comprehensive. The training which we are currently doing is comprehensive. Maybe it is not comprehensive because we are not going into depth because we have limited time. And we also said that it's only foundation, functional English. This is not the complete language. So the thing is that maybe it is not comprehensive, but it is covering many aspects. If it was a comprehensive, meaning complete training, then it becomes a comprehensive, right? This is a comprehensive one-stop shop. I go in, I get whatever I want to, right? Comprehensive, one-stop shop. You might have heard about this. One-stop shop, meaning under one roof, you get everything. Whether it's toiletries, provision, grocery, vegetable, vessels, everything. There are many shops like that, right? Sometimes clothing as well. There are many shops in Chennai like this, right? So that is what it is, comprehensive, right? Obsolete. So obsolete, how you can make sentence? Obsolete is like this machine is gone completely obsolete, right? A mind can go obsolete if it's not being put into use often. See how I'm using now. Now, apart from machine, I'm also, it's an imagination. Mind, how can mind go obsolete? It can go this way. Mind can go obsolete if you're not putting into use, right? And another thing, don't be lazy or else you will become, your body will become obsolete. Yes, you can use that, because do some exercise and do certain things and all, so that you remain active. So that is another way how you can do that, right? So monotonous. We are ensuring the training is not monotonous. Why? Because we are doing various activity. We are going to participant, then coming back, then we are doing some slides, then we are doing a free speech. Tomorrow we will do some jokes and all, right? So what we are doing is that we are keeping our training very active. It's not monotonous, it's not boring, it is not one dimensional. So it is multi-dimensional, right? So these are the three particular words. So I've given a kind of a clue as well, right? So what you can, how you can make sentence. So Hafifa, did you hear all these three words? Hafifa? Hafsa, you did log off and you're back now, so hope you have heard all three words, correct?
I heard obsolete, monotonous, comprehensive. These are the three words, sir.
Absolutely. And Hafsa, also come prepared and tell us a joke so that we all can fall from our chair onto the floor and laugh, and then on the chair again.
Which joke, sir?
Any joke, but it should not be very short, one word and all, right? Think about some kind of a story, joke and all. So this is another exercise which we are going to do in the class tomorrow. Any joke. And
Next class, sir.
Next class is tomorrow. Yes.
Tomorrow?
So, yes, tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Done.
Very good. The way you said done, so that is very good. Right. So the thing is that I think you are there, you are in college, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. So college fellow, you don't have to tell them anything because they have basket full of jokes. So you can release one of them for us tomorrow. Okay. So that is something which you can do. And let's quickly go to Hafifa. Hafifa, are you able to hear us? Okay, so Hafifa is not Hafifa is not there. Okay, brilliant. So I think that brings to an end to this particular session, and I thoroughly enjoyed. I always enjoy this particular batch. It's not that I don't enjoy other batch, but I thoroughly enjoy because the participation in terms of your interest, and of course 201. This is the only batch which is currently running, and the skill wise is like. All of you are very doing pretty good, right? So that is something which I'm very proud of because you are able to do that. So let's see where it takes us. We have just in the beginning of the second week. We have another 6 weeks after this. So I'm sure by the end of this particular training session, we would have shared so much. I would have instilled enough confidence and enough direction, enough guidance and enough motivation for you to carry this journey beyond as well. I'm sure all of you are capable of doing that, right? So brilliant. So I wish you all a very good evening with the promise that we will see again tomorrow. And thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nikita.
Good night.
Bye-bye, Sharanya.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, Hafsa. Bye, Kanchana. Bye, Yalani.